This video is brought to you by my generous backers over on Patreon. If you'd like to support the channel and get cool perks like access to the Discord, seeing the videos a week before anyone else, or an entire video dedication, then feel free to check out my Patreon. The link's in the description below. This video is dedicated to Mike82. Mike, thank you for your continued support. Hello all, just a quick one before we get going with the gameplay. I recorded this one with my partner in tow, as you no doubt know from the thumbnail and the title of the video. The way we speak to each other and the way that we kind of bicker back and forth is hopefully humorous for all of you, but there are some bits of swear words and things like that in this video, so you might not want to broadcast it all over your kitchen as you prepare food and your family can hear it. You might not want kids to hear it and things like that, so just a very quick word of warning before we get on with the video. Hopefully you're able to watch it at some point anyway, and hopefully you enjoy it. It was a fun one to record. Right, so how I usually start the games is by reading out the commanders. Vilis, Broker of Blood, versus Ezuri, Claw of Progress, Muldrotha, the Gravetide, and Lyzolda, the Bloodwitch. Lyzolda, the Bloodwitch, and I'm going to keep that one because it's not the worst, it's not the best, but it's alright.
Keep which one?
I'm choosing which hand I'm keeping, so I can knock all this back and draw another hand if I want to. I'll wait for the game to get going before I tell them what's going on and who this cretin is that's sat next to me. Would you like to be introduced as anyone in particular?
Just your, well, I don't know.
You don't know?
Your girlfriend, I suppose.
Well, yes, you are. Well, no, obviously, I mean your name. Because once your name's out there, it's there forever. And then you'll get some creep coming and trying to find out who you are.
Well, obviously.
Yes, well, I'm on here with my partner today. I thought it might be funny, seeing as how I've neglected her a lot over the past year and a half with this channel. Thought it might be a good idea to actually drag her onto an episode and see how it fares. And feel free to just sit there and say nothing because, you know, you need to actually speak because there's people watching this that are actually going to.
Well, I will. I'll try and help. I'll try and help in the game as much as I can, even though I don't know anything about it.
Well, you don't know how to play, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, if you need to actually speak because.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
I didn't know you wanted me to then. Well,
I'm not going to give you cues to speak.
No, I know, but I didn't know. Right, I'll just speak then. Oh, someone's played a land.
Yeah, correct. There'll be a lot of that going on, I would think. Llanowar Elves coming down from Ezuri. Ezuri is a patron. That is Gerald the Guru.
Good for you. And
then we've got another patron, that is Home Doggy, playing the Lyzolda. And then an internet random is Wiser, I don't know how you say it. Looks German to me.
Well, you can't just assume.
I can't assume the German, why not?
No.
Oh, that's probably offensive now, isn't it? Yeah.
You should have played Baron von Schneider before.
Baron, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know who that was. Probably a viewer of the channel. Looked like a German name. I can't. What was it? Baron von Schneider. Schneider, something like that. Apologies for closing out the game on you, but I was trying to get a game going with a patron, Gerald the Guru, who has never played Magic Online before, so we'll have to bear that in mind as the game progresses. But if you were trying to join a game with me, then I apologise for quitting out of it, but I have to prioritise the patrons, obviously. That's what I want to do. Read the bones now from Home, which is scry 2 and draw.
Is that you? Have you played that?
I haven't played that. This is from this
Home
player
doggy.
over here.
Home Doggy Doodah.
Home Doggy. Snoop Doggy Home.
Snoop Doggy Doodops.
Do what did up. Now a Seal of Primordium coming down from Visor, whatever.
Yeah, Wiser.
From Muldrotha. I usually let the first few turns go through
Before
anyway
you
because
start
there's
talking.
nothing
Yeah,
there's nothing to say
happening.
about anything.
No.
People just play early spells and lands and
just
stuff.
to get to see what's happening.
You're just getting going through the first few turns.
I understand. I get it.
I get it, bro. Yeah, I get it, bro.
I get it. I think you should eject a player.
Eject someone. Yeah. I'll eject the stranger, the one that's not a patron.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is this what you sit through all the time?
Boring, innit?
No.
Yeah.
No, if you're playing.
If I'm playing, yeah. Sometimes you are just like kind of sat there watching people play. I've just spent the last game doing that.
This is you now, isn't it?
This is me.
Now.
I'm playing that thing.
Because you've got 3 lands out, and you've got this elk thing.
That costs 3 in the top right, so I can play that
antlers.
out. It does have big antlers, doesn't it?
Whoa.
I bet all the.
Whoa.
God, I bet all the deer are. all the what are they called?
The
doe.
Yeah, I think
all
so.
All the does are after this.
Yeah.
This hot elk.
You can do a good. What's the impression?
Pardon, a good doe impression.
No,
the mate. Yeah.
The rut when they're rutting.
The mating.
It sounds like the
bucks.
belching.
Yeah, the bucks. Yeah, I imagine they sound like that all over the world, no matter which species of deer it is. But yeah, the bucks, they make like this booming, roaring noise, don't they?
Are you playing now? How can you do that while you're talking to me?
I can't. I'm waiting for these three to get going now.
I see.
Yeah. I think sometimes people get distracted with the phone or YouTube or something and they don't realise it's their turn and they just leave everyone waiting.
Why is his foot on fire?
I'm guessing that's some kind of aura, like spectral type.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought he had.
It's making him fast.
I just thought his
But
foot was burning.
Well, it might be. It might be some kind of ethereal fire of some form. But yeah, it's supposed to depict swiftness and
just like
hastiness.
fire to me.
Well, yeah, you'd run around like mad if your foot was on fire, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I suppose.
Didn't notice, actually. The Seal of Primordium has gone down, and it has taken down the Soaring with it. Now it is a Millikin. Put the top card of your library into your graveyard and add a colourless mana. Sounds thrilling, doesn't it? Things are about to get wild.
Are they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, woo!
Yeah, shit's about to kick off now.
Woo! So what's he doing? He's got 3 lands out.
He's got 3 lands out.
And that dude with it looks like a mohawk. Yeah, it looks like a bit of a. It looks like
it is. I suppose it is a mohawk. Yeah.
Big dagger thing.
Big dagger thing, otherwise known as a sword.
At least the stock doves come from the bird feeder.
Yeah, we can. Sorry, I don't know if I'll edit that out or not. Yeah, we can see the garden from the window that I record in, and there was a dove feeding off of your bird feeder, and it was just hoovering up all the food, wasn't it?
Fat. It's bent the bird feeder.
Well, it will be. You put new food out every 2 seconds.
Yeah. Well.
It's like a fecking zoo.
When's it your turn?
When he makes his turn.
It's slow, isn't it? It's a slow game, isn't it?
Well, no, it doesn't have to be, but...
When you're playing slow pokes.
Yeah. I mean, in all fairness, he's never played before.
Oh, well, I'll let him off then.
He's never played this before. This is his first ever time, so he should really have gotten some practice runs in before playing with us, but...
I'll let him off.
Clearly hasn't gotten a chance.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, we've all got to start somewhere. Alright, now then, we get into another land, and Liliana, I think. Yeah, I'll try and get up to the limit break on her, I think.
I would.
Yeah, well, that's...
I would. I'd do that. I'm glad you're doing that. I wouldn't use Toxic Deluge yet, but I don't even know if you can, actually, so... 2 and... Oh, yeah, you can.
Well, I've just tapped my mana down, so I couldn't now, but... Yeah, could do it now. Not really much point in doing that, but...
Okay, well, you know. Just trying to help. If you don't want my help, that's fine.
Yeah, just in case the red player gets down something hasty, which they can do with this.
With that big
we'll
fast
hold
boot.
back with the big fast fire
Burning
boot.
boot.
The burning boot. We'll hold this back so that it can block, because we want to protect our planeswalker.
Oh yeah, the babe.
The babe.
Babe, hey babe.
Babe. Surprised she's not straddling a bike. Or draped all over a car bonnet.
Well, yeah. Because that sells. Well, it works.
It does work, that's why...
It sells things.
It does, it does.
You could sell a toilet roll if you had a naked woman draped over
Well, you could sell a toilet roll easy now, couldn't you?
Well,
That's just all the rage at the moment.
Oh.
Hoarding toilet paper. It's a strange time to be alive, isn't it?
It is. It is indeed.
Lyzolda coming down now.
Oh.
And she can have haste. And she is going to, so he's going to set her feet alight.
What's her name? Lyzolda?
Lyzolda, I think.
Lyzolda the
Lyzolda
Bloodwitch.
the Bloodwitch.
Bloodwitch. She looks like Cher. She looks like Cher in a video.
I was going to do an impression of Cher then.
If I could turn back time. There we are. That's
you
my...
believe, laugh
That's
out loud.
That's better than mine.
You got to sing from the back of your throat with her, haven't you?
And you've got to have a lot of plastic surgery, yeah.
Yeah, that's Hollywood in general, isn't it?
Yeah. What's Wiener doing?
Wiener. Wiener.
Wiener Schnitzel. That's
Wiener
a sausage
Schnitzel.
in German. Is
Is
it
it
now?
a specific...
Oh, no, sorry, it's not a sausage.
Wiener Schnitzel, I think it is, but I think
No,
it's a specific type of sausage, isn't it?
Bratwurst and a Bockwurst are sausages.
Oh, right, okay.
Wiener Schnitzel, I think, is flat meat.
Oh, is it? All right.
Some
well,
meat they flatten and then put
okay,
stuff on and
fair
fry
enough.
it. But it looks tasty.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I need to stop laughing so much. I laugh too much, I think.
It's a nervous thing,
Yeah.
probably,
Right,
knowing
I'm
you.
going to be miserable then.
Yeah.
Right, I'm
Like
going
a
to be
true,
more like you.
like a true Magic the Gathering player.
Okay.
Ezuri Claw of Progress coming down from Jero. So they'll be able to start getting their experience counters soon. And we've got some creatures in play that we need to worry about blocking now. But we could go for the Toxic Deluge, like you said before.
Oh, well, you see, I can't believe you've not played that yet. Call yourself a bloody super duper Magic the Gathering player.
I do call myself that all the time, yeah, consistently. Oh, snuff out now. All right,
pardon?
so snuff out it's
What the
called.
hell's that?
As in snuffing out a candle.
Well, yeah.
But she's doing it with life instead. Snuffing out someone's life.
Gosh.
I could go for the Toxic Deluge to take out some creatures so that there's less that are going to swing in at us. Yes, I think I will do that because I want to go for the Burnished Heart as well. In fact, it's a clever thing to do to go for an activation on this first. Just in case someone does something about it.
Okay, yeah, I get it. I get it all.
Then we'll go 1 life into Toxic Deluge. Might be a bit
Have you got any cards
preemptive.
left?
Yeah, I've got these here.
All right. Is that it, though?
What do you mean, is that it? I draw one every turn and I can draw more
Yeah, but
as
how
the
many
game
cards
goes on.
how many cards have you got? It's not just them at the bottom, is it?
It's just these at the bottom, yeah.
Well, that's not a lot.
Well,
thought
I've never been as emasculated in my life. I thought I was doing quite well.
I thought you played with more cards.
Well, what do you mean, more cards? You can have a bunch of cards in your hand, but you have to
Oh.
play spells to draw into them. If I could just draw as many cards as I want, it wouldn't be very fair, would it?
But how big's your deck? If you don't mind me asking.
I think you'd know by now. It's got... you start with 99 cards in the library, in the deck. But I've got 85 left at the moment because I've drawn some already.
I knew, right, that's what I was getting at. I couldn't work out where all your other cards were.
Well,
because there's only them there. But I've forgotten how slow this game is.
But it's face down. The deck is face down. You can't see what you're drawing into.
Okay.
And getting into this thing now. That's pretty cool looking, isn't it? That's a Deathbringer Thoktar.
Well, yeah. Looks like a dinosaur, doesn't it?
It does look like a dinosaur, yeah.
But it's a zombie beast.
It's a zombie beast. So either those things next to it are really small. I think they're goblins.
Oh, I like goblins.
Oh, yeah, you do, don't you? Because, yeah.
I beat you.
I tried to...
No, I didn't.
Did you? No, I don't think you did.
I don't think we even got that far.
Disc now. Yeah, I tried to teach you the game in paper a long time ago, and you just... You couldn't wrap your head around the fact that you couldn't attack with creatures immediately. That really annoyed you, didn't it?
Yeah, it did annoy me, yeah.
And so then I tried to teach you that creatures can have haste. And I did that with goblins, because they tend to have haste, and they can attack in straight away.
So I think I'd just play with goblins all the time.
Yeah, probably. You relate to goblins. You are a bit of a goblin, really, aren't you?
Goblin.
Yeah, what's that? I'll have to insert that clip now from Pickle and Peanut.
Yeah, that's great.
Ridiculous. You smell like woman lotion and bologna.
Two of my favorite things.
Give me that, you goblin.
Not my first rodeo, cowboy.
Shut up, you goblin.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be good, yeah.
And then I'll get a copyright strike from Disney.
Well.
And we'll lose everything we own.
Really? Can they do that?
No.
All right.
Well, it's Disney, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Farhaven Elf coming in, and it will give Ezuri an experience counter. And they'll be able to search for a basic.
So who's winning?
No one's winning. We're all at a similar life total.
Where's the life total?
40, 37,
I catch
38.
Oh, God, yeah. God.
That's why games can take... I've been discussing this with the patrons today because we've had...
slow games.
Well, we've had slow games, which you can avoid if you discuss it beforehand, but we've also had some players getting moody with each other.
Oh, this is why you had to look into ejecting them, because they quit.
Oh, yeah, there was a bit... Yeah, that was the previous game where someone just... I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and assume that they didn't mean to do it, but that does happen a lot where someone will just quit a game without actually pressing quit on the computer. So basically they'll just get up and walk away, and then you just sat around waiting for them for God knows how long.
Well, there's no excuse really. If you're called away to do something, you can just quit the game.
You're right. Well, you write
and
a quick message.
And then you can say, look, I can't play anymore.
Yeah, you just write a quick message.
Something's come up.
You write a quick message and you hit quit on the keyboard.
Manners. People have just no manners.
I think.
And if they're losing, was this person losing that did it? Or did it look like they weren't having a good
you don't
game?
know. That's the thing that always frustrates me.
Yeah,
it can just swing in one direction.
Yeah.
In no time flat.
It can turn on a dime.
It can turn on a dime. So you don't know if you're losing or not. You don't know what's going to happen. That's the point. So you shouldn't just quit. I mean, I've preached that ever since the channel's existence, and I've pissed off a lot of people saying that because it really upsets them for some reason. No, because it's
right. Any sport,
is true.
You don't do that. It's like football or American
anything,
any sport or any game. You don't do it because anything can change.
Yeah, of course it can. Yeah, they'll just quit really easily. I don't know why they do it, but they do. That's our commander 5, 6, 7, and 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
So we'll go Mana Vault. And then that's whenever we lose life, yep. So I'll tap down the Mana Vault. Oh. We'll lose life at the beginning of our next turn. And hopefully our Vilis will still be in play and we can still draw a card.
Close, isn't it?
What's close?
Everything at the moment.
Yeah, everything's close, yeah. Yeah, I did that wrong. So I should have, because I'm talking to you, I should have tapped this down and kept this open. Then we could have activated that twice instead of just once. But
can you change it now?
No, I can't change it.
It's
too late. Oh, we're committed now. It's too late.
Oh.
Bad, isn't it, that?
Whoa.
It's all right. Someone will let us know in the comment section.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Well, I'll talk to him. I'll say, oi.
Shut up.
Everybody makes mistakes, yeah.
No, not on the internet.
No, well, yeah, they're all perfect.
You would think so, the way that, 1 damage to any target. I didn't actually bother to read what this does. Oh, you can remove a plus counter from it. Whenever another creature dies, you may put a plus counter on this. All right. So, that means that we're not going for the limit break next turn. Could have gone for snuff out onto that. That's another mistake. Although they could have done it in response.
Oh, I'm sorry. You just
no, they could have done it in response, so it doesn't matter.
I feel terrible now.
Well, you should.
Does that pick that up? You scratching your beard on the
Probably,
microphone?
but I can usually edit these things out.
Right,
But
well, I think you should leave that in now.
If you keep yaddering all over me, scratching my beard, then
I'm
not
sorry,
be
but
able
it's quite
to,
audible, that.
Like audible type. Ooh, do we want to kill that? I think we do.
Kill it.
Kill it. Kill
Kill
it.
it.
Oh, is it non-black? Destroy a non-black creature? We can't. Oh, unlucky.
I wish I understood what was going on.
Well, yeah,
but
it might
don't
be.
really.
Nothing
Doesn't
particularly enthralling's happening at the moment. I mean,
okay.
this might blow everything up next turn.
What, artifact? Or
That thing might blow everything up next turn.
Nevinyral's Disc?
Nevinyral's Disc enters the battlefield tap, destroy all artifacts, creatures, and enchantments.
Oh gosh, that could wipe everything out.
Well, it'll wipe everything except the lands and this one here.
And then what happens? You just start again?
No, because you've still got your lands, so you can still play things out of your hand.
Do they go into the graveyard if they wipe it out?
They go into the graveyard, yeah.
Guess I remembered something from all those years ago.
Yeah, it was a few years ago, I think, wasn't it?
It was a long time. It was about 6 or 7 years ago.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
We moved into this house about 8 years ago. It was only like 2 or 3 years ago, wasn't it?
No, it was longer than that.
All right, well, shall we just say it was 5 and call it a day?
We hadn't been here long before you decided to tell me that you were a complete nerd that played Magic the Gathering.
But you were a total
That you
dork.
admitted the fact that you played it.
Well, yeah, but when you start going out with a woman, you can't just like lay it all before her, or she'll go and find some cool dude that is probably going to end up in prison one day, but she likes it because he's the bad biker guy. So you've got to like play it cool for a bit.
Well, you did.
Make her fall hopelessly in love with you, and then you can just tell her what a dork you are. Pro tips for everyone watching.
Well, you're not drinking Coke and eating Cheetos and wiping your stained hands on the chair.
I think the cliche is either Monster Energy drink or Mountain Dew.
What the hell's Mountain Dew? Does it come from a mountain, and is it dew?
I doubt it. It's Mountain Dew is. Yeah, you think Mountain Dew would be something like Evian,
water, yeah.
Evian or
Flavoured
whatever.
water.
Yeah, but it's slightly fizzy, but it's a little bit like Sprite. It's that kind of. It's a bit more of a dull taste.
Oh, right. Have you ever had it?
Yeah, I've had it when I've been in America. Yeah. We've got it over here, but we get some like weird diet version of it.
Oh, they change stuff, don't they? It's not
yeah,
fair, though.
it's weird.
It's like when we went to America and I just couldn't believe like the bread was sweet. Coleslaw, what's that about? The coleslaw was sweet.
Everything's sweeter
To me it was.
in America. Yeah. Most of the people, about 50% of the people that watch this are from the US, and I don't imagine most of them realise because they've never known anything different.
That's what I mean. It's so
you go
strange.
into a supermarket, a superstore, or whatever,
it smells
and it smells sweet.
Yeah,
it's a funny thing.
It'd be funny if they came here just and it is
they'd probably think everything here tasted dull.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I don't know. I mean, that's obviously what we think, innit?
No, it was definitely
everything was sweeter.
Even because I got like brown wholemeal bread, thinking that'll be all right, and it was still
and even that
had
was
a sweetness to it.
Well, wholemeal bread over here tastes like dirt, doesn't it? So
dirt.
It tastes like dirt. It tastes like the earth.
Well,
you take a big spoonful of compost into your mouth. That's what it tastes like over here. Probably because it's not full of sugar.
Well, it makes
or
you poop,
sweeteners
though.
Or whatever.
It's good for your for your bowels.
Yes. Let's continue this line of conversation.
Oh.
Drawing some cards there. Probably could have gone for snuff out on something there, but we'll see how things want to swing in. Still waiting on this Nevinyral's Disc at the moment because I want that thing gone because it's going to keep pointing damage.
The dinosaur.
The dinosaur is going to keep pointing damage at our Planeswalker.
Which? The babe?
Yeah, the smoking hot babe.
So the dinosaurs after the babe.
Yeah, I think everything's after the babe at the
Well,
minute, which
yeah.
such is life.
Well,
you know,
yeah.
you know. I mean, you'd know.
Mm.
So not swinging in, keeping our commander in place, so we'll be able to draw a card at the end of the turn. Could have gotten rid of it in response, yeah.
What the hell was that?
Yeah. Could have gotten rid of it in response to the plus counters going on it, actually, and we probably should have done that, but I'm too busy yaddering. Put a plus counter on each creature that entered the battlefield this turn. Alright, we'll just go for it now. Because they're going to be drawing too many cards. We'll draw 4 cards by taking 4 life to the snuff out. And we'll get rid of this thing. And surprisingly, managing to keep our Vilis in play. So we'll see if they go for Nevinrel's Disc in response to this.
You're not doing so well, are you? Because you're down to 33.
Well,
but you never know.
When you're playing black,
Uh-huh.
your life total, you tend to use it in order to do things that you would otherwise need to use mana to do. So, just because my life total's low doesn't mean I'm necessarily doing too poorly.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and now a counter going on to this thing, so they'll be able to deal damage to Liliana again. And now, okay, Vessel of Nascency, what does that do? Reveal the top 4 cards, put an artifact, creature or enchantment, or land, or planeswalker from amongst them into your hand. Alright,
Wow.
That's simple enough.
I don't know, I understand all what's going on. You have to be quite clever, I think.
I think to a certain extent you do. Yeah, I think most people can learn mostly anything as long as they're interested in it.
Yeah.
Like, I learnt photography really, really quickly, didn't I? Because
Yes.
I
Yeah,
just
because
absorbed
you're
it all
interested.
in no time flat because I was looking up things and reading things and watching
Yeah,
things
yeah.
24/7 for a long time, or for like a week, just because I wanted to know about it because I'm interested in it. And so I think if you're not all that interested in this,
No,
otherwise
not
you'd
at
learn
all.
it all. Okay, never
But it
mind
must be
this going off now.
It must be harder with more players, obviously, because there's more going on. That's harder, isn't it? You can't just jump into that if you're a new player.
No,
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
preferably you would be sat round a table playing the paper version with people, and they could walk you through it. That's how I learned. I had friends that could already play.
And I think it's a game, obviously, because there's that many cards and they add to it. If you know the pictures, it's knowledge. The knowledge of all the pictures.
Yeah, the
can help
artwork helps.
endlessly.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
If you're new to it, you don't know any of them, do you? So
No. If you can just go off the artwork, that helps. That's something I run into a lot. Is I think that I know what something does, and I'm actually misremembering.
oh right, okay.
And then I end up making an error, and people get really upset with me.
Oh well,
they're
just sad.
Because these are the things that matter.
Well, not really, not not with what's going on in the world at the moment. Really.
Not at the moment, you wouldn't have thought, but no, apparently it is what matters. Grave Titan. And we will go for... Thanks for that.
It's all right. Excuse me.
And we'll go for... Yeah, I think we can go for an Extort. And then get some zombies into play, and we can go for Alhamret's Archive as well. Could have done that in a different order, actually, so that we gain more life, but oh well.
Sorry if I've messed you up.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to play absolutely airtight gameplay here because I'm talking to you, so I can't commentate on the gameplay, follow the gameplay, make plays, and talk to you,
be hilariously funny.
and be incredibly humorous
At the same time.
all at the same time. It's just not going to happen. So
I know.
yeah, we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed that people enjoy.
Well, it's nice.
These
It's nice to
hilarities.
be here. It's nice to sit in the room with you.
Yeah,
I've never
but
done this.
I think I've done about 650 videos, and this
Ever.
is the one
I've never been allowed in this room, ever.
I always
Just
keep
to
it
pass
locked on.
Coca-Cola or fluids. Yeah.
You're making me sound like I just guzzle fizzy
No, you
drinks all the
don't. You
time.
drink
Coca-Cola.
water.
I drink.
And then
Mostly
he's got
water.
a commode, so he doesn't have to
Yeah,
leave
I
the
do have
chair.
a commode. Yeah, that's right, and a colostomy bag because I don't want to. I don't want to go for a number one in my commode, do I? That'd be disgusting. Murderous Red Cap coming down, and that is a combo piece.
I thought you said red cat.
red cap, as in a hat, or a mushroom.
Oh, yeah? Whoa, that's a funny looking thing.
It is. It looks like something from Labyrinth, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does look like a puppet.
Yeah.
Puppet.
Something Jim Henson would have approved of.
Yeah, it does like Labyrinth. I like Labyrinth.
Yeah, we tried to watch...
The Bog of Eternal Stench.
We tried to watch... What is it called? The Dark Crystal on Netflix, didn't we?
Oh, the new one. Yeah.
And I don't think we finished the first episode, did we? It was going on, and it wasn't really doing anything. It was introducing about 200 different characters. You couldn't remember the names of any of them.
I mean, if you can't understand it, I certainly can't. But you give things.
Well,
all
the Gelflings look the same.
Yes, so you
I can't remember all the names.
Who.
I don't know who's from where. There's about 7 different places.
Because
they were trying to make it like Lord of the Rings type thing, which is fair enough. But you can't bombard us with information like that in the first episode. You need to draw it out over a series or two, and we'll slowly learn about the world.
And it's a shame because the actual puppetry and everything, it was
it was
brilliant.
A perfect mix.
It was
I think
beautiful to see that
of puppetry and CGI.
It was
because I was worried it was just all going to be CG, and it never looks good when they do that.
It was really good. Well, maybe we could try it again.
Yeah, we can try it again. Yeah,
while we're in lockdown.
Yeah.
Seeing as though everybody's just watching box sets and
they were of things. The EU and maybe other countries were trying to get Netflix to reduce bandwidth, weren't they? Because it's by far the biggest sap of bandwidth that any other company in the world has, apparently.
We can watch things on YouTube though, and
all
sorts.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a tough one that. I don't think it's really hurting anything. We don't have incredible broadband anyway, but I don't think it's hurt anything on our end.
No.
So I don't know what harm it's doing, but I'm not very well versed in.
Well, yeah, because I don't think
things.
we need it for medical things. I wouldn't have thought,
maybe that's the point. Yeah, maybe they do. I don't know.
Maybe that's... Oh, you never know with the government. You just think the worst. You think they're doing it to...
Yeah, they're doing it for their own gain, aren't they? Usually. They're not... very few of them are doing it for the greater good.
Anywho, what's happening now?
I'm about to get my turn again, I think. My turn again. I can't draw into anything other than lands, apparently. We'll go for that. Getting a lot of lands out of her. Trying to get up to the limit break. What can this deal damage to?
Goblin.
Any target equal to its power. Yeah, I think that's all right.
I'm not going to talk to you while you're doing your bit. Oh, I just did.
Like you are doing now, you mean? You're a dingus.
You're a dingus. You're a goddamn dingus.
Now then, do we extort here? I think we do. Because we'll gain double life. Don't know why. We went up by 6 there. We should have only gone up by 2, I think. Oh, anyway, I'm not going to start trying to concentrate on...
Is there a glitch?
There might be. I think I might be gaining too much life off of that extort. I'll do it again. And see if we do. Let's draw a card off of Verdant Catacombs.
You're back to 40.
Yeah, I'm gaining life, but I shouldn't be gaining as much life as I am. I don't think. But I might be.
Huh?
I might be not understanding something. I think there might be, yeah. Okay, Death Sprout going on to Death Sprout, yeah. Well, it's death, it's a corpse, and there's trees growing out of it.
There's no sprouts. I just thought, I just think
those trees are sprouting.
Yeah, but they're not like Brussels sprouts, are they?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that would be a funny card, wouldn't it? The Death Sprout. Attack of the Killer Death Sprouts.
Like the, what was that game? Farty Sprouts. Sprouty Farts.
Sprouty Farts.
That was Ace, that Christmas game.
Yeah,
online.
Christmas game, yeah, that's right. Yeah. If anyone cares, I can't imagine anyone does, but I'll give you a link.
Well, they should.
If it's still
it was
up.
Hilarious. I know.
If it's still
I
up.
hope you can get that. Granny Fart Pants.
What's that? Is that...
I
don't remember that one.
It's like a family, and you have to feed them sprouts, don't you? But you have to click them to make them fart. So you feed them sprouts, and they go.
Yeah, but that's the Sprouty Fart Pants,
Yeah,
isn't it? Well, what are you on
Sprouty,
about? Granny
that's-
Fart Pants.
She's in that. There's,
Oh, right.
They have
she's,
characters.
right,
And there's
right,
baby
right.
baby poo pants or something.
Of course there is. Obviously. Why wouldn't there be?
Oh, it's hilarious. Your brother played it one Christmas. Do you remember when we went round? And he
We
just completely ignored everybody else.
Yeah, we showed everyone that game as a joke. Got it up on a tablet or a laptop or something. Just showed it as a joke, and then it was just going to be a throwaway. Like, all right, there we go. That's the end of that.
And then you go back to your family.
And my brother actually just sat there on
Yeah,
Christmas
he
Day
did.
and played it,
He did.
unironically.
It's hilarious. And then I think your dad ended up saying, like, come on.
Yeah.
It's Christmas Day. Oh, dear.
All right, there's all sorts going on now. Plax Manta. When it enters the battlefield, creatures you control gain Shroud until the end of the turn. So we'll just tap that down and we can respond by getting rid of the commander before that enters. We're losing a hell of a lot of life here, but we can gain it back.
Whoa, we've gone up to 31.
I have. Right, so we get rid of the commander, Plax Manta, we don't care about that. And that was supposed to protect their commander, but we can respond at instant speed. So all their stuff gets Shroud, which means I can't do anything to it. Then Visor draws a card. We have 23 cards in hand.
Is that bad?
It's not necessarily bad, but I can only keep 7 cards in hand at the moment.
Oh, shit. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So that goes down. Oh, we get another black source, so that's good. So we'll get that down. We've played a land for the turn. We'll play the Mana Crypt. Don't want to extort because I've no idea what I'm doing this turn. We've got Bolas's Citadel, which might be able to help us.
I'm letting you concentrate because I don't want to put you off.
Yeah, we've got a combo in hand, I think, with Aetherflux Reservoir and the Bolas's Citadel. So let's just concentrate on getting some mana. We will pay for the extort to gain some life, and I think we should gain 2 here. So taking us up to 33. But it takes us up to 37, so we gained, 6 there? Were we at 31?
Well, is there something wrong with the game?
I think there might be, yeah.
Oh, what
I'm
a
not
shame.
trying. Yeah, I'm not trying to cheat.
Can
but
you
there's
message
not really...
people to say if it's happening to them or?
Well, they're not gaining life, so I don't know if they can
okay.
really... There's been an update recently, and whenever they update the game, it kind of messes things up sometimes.
Because that's a shame, isn't it? Because then the game's all skewed then.
Yeah, it does mess things up, yeah. I'm just going to not gain as much life as I would normally. Oh, and I've just passed through the attack phase because I'm talking to you.
Oh!
Right, okay.
Do you want me to shut up?
No, it's all right. I just need to stop for a minute and concentrate. Right, so we'll discard a bunch of stuff and pass it over to my opponent, and I'll cut there. All right, so off over to Home's turn, and just discarded a bunch of stuff. You can have a look there. All right, Dockside Extortionist. There's another goblin for you. That's a pirate goblin.
Looks like, well, actually, gosh, I don't know. Looks
What,
like
someone we know?
Well, no, I just thought of Johnny Depp. Because
Johnny
I don't
Depp.
like him anyway, so it looks...
You just mean
Yeah.
the pointy pirate beard?
Yeah, I suppose it doesn't actually resemble Johnny Depp at all.
Not particularly, no.
No, not at all. It
And
was
then
a
getting
stupid
down
thing to say.
Kervek the Merciless. How would you pronounce that word? That name?
Karvek.
No idea.
Kervek.
No, you don't pronounce
Care.
the A, the E and the R. There's a sound there somewhere, but I don't know what it is.
Me, then?
I just wanted to show everyone how wrong you can be sometimes.
Are you better now with your cards and everything?
Oh, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm just...
Right, okay.
Yeah. Like I said before, I can't exactly concentrate on everything at once. But I should have attacked him with this and dealt some damage, but obviously I didn't.
If you get a lot of verbal abuse and a lot of negative comments, send them my way.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Our babe goes down to the... I don't know what they cast there. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. So our opponent cast the Muldrotha, and that allowed 6 damage from this to go on to the Liliana. Yeah, so that's her down. Whoa, where's my... Oh my god, the game has been lagging and I accidentally discarded something that I was... Okay. Yeah, I'll explain this to you. Anyone who plays knows exactly what Magic Online is like. It's really laggy. And so you'll press something...
And it doesn't disappear
and it won't,
straight away.
well, it won't do anything. And you'll wait about 10 seconds sometimes, think, oh, right, it didn't register. Click it again, and it clicks 2 things in a row.
Oh, no.
So then you end up getting rid of this.
That's really bad.
And this. Yeah, it's really poor design. It's terrible.
Well, how can it make that better?
They need to gut it and start again from the beginning. But the problem is people have spent money on this.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they'd reimburse people with what they've got.
Yeah, that's not fair, though.
No, it's really bad. This goes down now to the Kervek, the Merciless.
Is it because you need a new computer or something?
No, it's nothing to do with the computer.
It's
the actual client. No, the computer's good.
Yeah.
It's the actual game itself. It's awful. All right, well, whatever. It's just annoying.
Well, yes,
it is annoying when stuff
annoying.
like that happens.
That is annoying.
Through no fault of your own, stuff like that occurs. All right, back round to our turn. See if I can actually manage not to mess things up this time. We get into Twilight Prophet. Let's go Urborg. No, let's not go Urborg because I want to play Cabal Coffers. So we'll go Demonic Tutor. Oh, and that costs 1 less thanks to the, what's it called? The Jet Medallion. Need to get rid of that thing as well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, 2 damage going on to the Muldrotha from the Demonic Tutor.
Gosh. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, it can be a real grind sometimes. Alright, so we get into Cabal Coffers, we play that, we tap it for mana, we get 8 black mana. No, we don't, we get 9. So then we can go Aetherflux Reservoir. And there we go, it's lagging again.
Oh.
See? So then I just clicked it again and that could have messed me up there.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
it's really
bad.
annoying. It's really annoying. I mean, it's the type of thing I'd usually edit out, but with talking to you, I can actually show why certain mistakes will occur. 4 damage going on to Muldrotha from the Aetherflux Reservoir. And then we can go for... I mean, why don't we just go for our commander again? So we gain 1 life from the Aetherflux Reservoir. That is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8 points of damage. And that goes straight onto us, so we're not going to lose our Grave Titan, thankfully. And actually, I've just thought, I'm used to playing 1v1 games. It might be that we were gaining the correct amount of life from this, but because we've got more players to take the life from, that's why we were gaining more life, yeah.
Because it's a multiplayer, you douchebag. I'd have worked that out.
Well, you didn't, did you?
No. Well.
Now, I'd like to get down the Pristine Talisman, but we're not going to be able to do that because I want to hold up 4 black mana to get rid of this thing.
He's
anyway,
like a bad smell. Karvak the whatever he is.
I think that's his name, Karvak the whatever he is.
Karvak the bad smell. Karvak the stench.
Right, let's take this in at... Who do we want to take this in at? Let's go in at Jero with that. Zombies in over there. And then we'll get a couple of zombies in response and we can hold up Vilis' ability to get rid of that because it's dealing way too much damage.
Is there no goblins left?
Yeah, there's 2 goblins here.
Oh, yeah, good. Oh, yeah, cool.
I've got zombies now.
I know, I can... Yeah, that's
Nice,
that's a looker, isn't it?
Yeah, that's... You don't want to take that on to your mum, do you?
Ew.
Not everyone's pretty, you know. Not everyone has to be good looking.
Yeah, but there's good look. Well, no, I know that, but that just looks dead. That's like dead.
Yeah.
But then people.
It's funny that. Zombies tend to.
But, well, yeah. But some people are into that kind of thing anyway.
Mm.
Anyway, I'll shut up. That's just
Jesus.
creepy.
Yeah, it is. I'll cut that out.
What's going on now?
I'm waiting for people to take the attack. There we go. So everyone's taking the damage. I'm just going to leave things there.
Okay. Play it cool.
Yeah, we can gain life with the Sheoldred. In fact, no, I'll do it. I'll do it at the end step. No, I won't. I'll do it at the beginning of Hom's turn. Yeah.
Yeah, are you sure you're alright with that now?
Yeah, just because I don't want to draw a load of cards and then have to discard them at the end of the turn.
I'd hate that.
Because that would be pointless.
I hate that when that happens. It really gets on my wick. You thought I was going to say something else then, didn't you?
Gets on your paps. Right, so in the upkeep, going to activate Vilis on this thing before they hopefully get a chance to cast anything.
I've not blown my nose a lot.
No, you haven't. That's a blessing for us all, isn't it?
I'm trying to be quiet. I've run out of wine now as well.
Yeah, because you don't take your time with it. You just guzzle it.
No. Okay.
All right, we are drawing a hell of a lot of cards here. We're actually going to draw too many if I'm not careful.
How can that be?
I'm drawing twice as many cards as I should be, thanks to this. That doubles the number of cards I draw.
Oh, okay.
But if I draw into...
Because you're trying to find a certain card, is it?
Well, typically you just want to draw as many cards as you can because you've got more options available to you then. But if you draw too many and you try and draw from an empty deck, you lose the game.
Oh, all right.
So you can't go too crazy with it.
Wow. Too crazy. Right. Well, I've learned something. I'm learning stuff all the time here. It's like, whew.
We're all very proud of you.
Yeah. What, you and your...
Me and my legion of die-hard fans. I don't call them fans. I always think that's a bit vain. Call them viewers.
Well, yeah, you're not
or
that good.
friends of the channel. Or no, I'm not good enough to be.
You are. Yes, you are.
Whenever a creature becomes target of spell or ability, destroy that creature. Okay, that seems risky to play with our commander in play at the moment, but maybe they've got a means of... Okay, Goblin Bombardment. Whenever a creature becomes target of a spell or ability, so that does include Goblin Bombardment, so if they can keep the two of them in play... A bit hasty with our commander there, but I didn't want them to cast anything with this in play. So what's happening now is they could sacrifice one of their creatures and target something, and this will kill it immediately, which wouldn't normally happen. So they're sacrificing Murderous Redcap and targeting our commander to get rid of it, which I'm actually fine with.
I don't know how you work all this out. It looks complete fucking gibberish.
Well, it
it's
will
just
do
cards
to you
all
because
over the place.
yeah, but you've never played it, so you won't understand. Everyone watching this will understand what's going on. Like, it's just sacrifice this.
Well,
that
yeah,
comes
Beaky.
back. Yeah, Beaky. And then
Where's Boot gone? Where's Fiery Boot?
that got
Did that go into the graveyard?
that got blown up by this
artifact at the
Nevermail's disc.
Nevermail's disc.
So getting rid of our Grave Titan and our commander. So it might be time for this to come into play, but I don't know yet.
Do you know
see
you
what
sounded
happens.
like then? You sounded like Noel from Frasier.
Noel,
Might be time.
which one's? Oh,
The
Noel,
nerdy.
yeah.
The one that fancies Ross.
Yeah, what does he... I'm trying to think of like what he says.
Well...
I can't think of a quote.
We can do it when we watch him.
Well, yeah, I know who you mean, but I don't know. I'll put a clip. Right, being left alone for a couple of seconds now while she goes and tops up her alcohol. We are on Jero, who's gone for Aurum Reef, Vastwood, I'm not sure what we're going for next turn. I'd like to get this down to gain lots of life. And I think the aim currently is Rise of the Dark Realms. Yeah, I think that's what our aim is. Had I have known we were going to go for that, I would have drawn all these cards and discarded some creatures, but we don't actually have that many creatures in hand anyway. And now Ezuri is targeting this thing, which will trigger this. So that means that Ezuri is going to kill the Plax Mantra. Yeah, so we need to find a means of targeting. We can actually do it with this, can't we? Is it spell or ability? Yeah, we can actually go for it with this. And that will target that and get rid of it.
Is nobody chatting to you in this one?
Oh, I don't know. Let's have a look. I don't check the chat all that often because I'm concentrating on commentary usually. So I don't often go into this because I try and do the best gameplay I can with the least number of mistakes possible. But yeah, so the least distractions I have, the better. Let's go for that onto here. And we'll pay life into that, losing quite a bit of life, but I think it's worth it getting rid of the Harobi. And we'll gain a life from the Etherflux Reservoir anyway. And we're actually going to reanimate that when we go for the Rise of the Dark Realms, which I don't necessarily want to do, so we need to think of something there. Anyway, they've gone for a sacrifice. In response, put the 1 damage onto that.
Why's that got a little warning triangle on it, your card?
It means that I'm automatically yielding to it, so the computer doesn't need me to say, yeah, that's okay. What about, do you have any kind of public service announcement for anyone with regards to...
The birds?
Yeah, with regards to the birds, if you like, yeah. I was going to talk about this whole virus thing. Don't say its name because I'll get demonetised.
Oh, okay.
Because YouTube are fascist like that. Tell you what you can and can't talk about.
It's just usual, isn't it? It's just use your common sense. Wash your hands. But it's funny because I was watching something today about people asking questions like, when I've gone shopping, doobie-doo, and it's just wash your hands, go out, come back in and wash your hands. It's not hard. If everybody did that, it wouldn't have spread so much if people just...
Well, people should do it anyway.
But we've had this conversation before about seeing people literally put the hands under a tap.
Yeah, what people tend to do in public restrooms.
It's disgusting.
It is disgusting. What people tend to do in public restrooms, if there's someone else, they wouldn't normally wash their hands, right?
No.
And if someone else is in there and they feel ashamed of not washing their hands, they don't feel so ashamed that they actually wash them, but they feel ashamed enough that they need to pretend to look like they're making an effort. So they'll rinse the fingertips under the tap, under the running water,
and then they normally spray it on the floor.
And then they'll shake their hands and spray the water all over the place. So now you've got dirty, wet hands spraying all over the place.
And then they go and touch the door handle.
So and that happens with...
I've seen that loads.
Throngs of people every day.
You better either not doing it at all or washing them properly.
Well, yeah, you want to wash them properly.
Because it's best if you don't get water involved in it, and then that can spray it everywhere. But
yeah, that's right.
But what do we know?
Oh, it's common sense to me, but apparently not. Let's go for this thing. Can get us into a lot of mana.
Because apparently they're letting people back into Wuhan now, where it happened, which I think is a bit.
It depends. I mean, China were hit by it first, obviously, so. I don't know if it's like... I think it's still going strong over there, so you wouldn't have thought they'd want people to still be roaming about.
No.
I mean, knowing China, they're probably just worried about their economy. Yeah, and getting things back up and running. That's probably all they're thinking about. And I just need to see, before I go for... I'm going to bring all the creatures out of the graveyard, but I want to make sure that I can get rid of this thing. Destroy target creature. I could do it with that. Yeah, so I think that is a good idea. So let's go Rise of the Dark Realms.
Yeah, that's like that.
Well, this one.
Yeah. Oh, no, not really. It's a bit nicer, isn't it?
Yeah, giving away where we live there. That's intelligent.
Oh,
God,
shit.
you've been on the internet for like 2 seconds and you've already given
Sorry, yeah.
like really
Jesus, I've
detailed
been
information away. No, you'd be terrible. People would find out where you are in 2 seconds flat. We get a bunch of stuff into play, including the Fathom Mage, which evolves a bunch of times. We're actually going to deck ourselves here if we're not careful.
Deck ourselves?
Yeah, it means you're going to draw too many cards. Do we have a sack outlet? Don't think we do. Well, anyway, this game isn't about doing really, really good plays. Oh, and we're actually going to give all of our creatures Shroud as well, which means I can't get rid of them with this thing.
Are you knackered now then?
Probably, yeah, but it's all fun and games.
It is only a fun game.
No,
I'm sorry if I've messed
bothered.
it up.
I'm sure people will be incredibly upset, but...
Well, why should they be? It's just a game.
It's just how people get... I mean, I think it's a vocal minority, as usual, on the internet. That,
we're doing this.
Will...
I mean, you've asked me to do it with you just for a laugh, just for something to do, because we're not at work, and... We just thought it'd be funny, didn't we?
We did. Oh, it's a May ability, so I don't have to draw a card with this, so it'll be no all the way through.
I'm just thinking about that cookery thing we watched this morning now. With that guy.
Yeah, Yeah, that was something that... There's 2 guys that were on a cookery program. I don't know what it's like in other countries, but we tend to have cookery programs in a morning at a weekend. And there were these 2 guys that are off YouTube or the internet in general, sometimes like that. I didn't know we had a Tatyova. And yeah, they're famous for having this cookery show on the internet or something. And this guy filled up a bowl. He was supposed to be just mixing salad.
You'll have to show it. You could maybe show it quickly.
Yeah, I'm not even going to bother trying to describe it. It was just
it
weird.
it
he piled up
funny.
all this food into a bowl to the point where it was piled up in the bowl
and then
he couldn't mix it.
Anything.
It's like, is this guy seriously...
Stupid.
Like, he's a professional
they
chef
made it
of
big.
some form, is he?
Well, they just cooked at home, I think, or they were just YouTubers, and then... and
he
now,
can't even mix salad. Yeah,
I couldn't
right.
believe that. I couldn't believe seeing that.
Let's go for Grey Merchant of Asphodel. We don't have very many cards left, so we've only got a finite amount of things we can actually do.
That's a good word.
Finite is just... you're impressed, aren't you?
I'm actually quite aroused.
So now we go for the Grey Merchant of Asphodel, or can we get some... Let's get some other stuff in play first so that we can maximise the amount of black things that we have in play so that we can deal the most damage. And if we can gain a bunch of life here, we might be able to win this turn. So we'll drain everyone because we've got that back. We're going to gain a heap of life. Yeah, we're up to 65. With this thing, I can pay 50 life into it to take someone out of the game pretty much. So...
You're going to get rid of someone.
I think I might be winning this turn. I didn't realise it, but...
Are you supposed to... I can't remember what the figure... You're on 65 now?
Yeah, I'm gaining a lot of life because of what I'm doing, so we'll go like that.
Have you got, like, the most cards out of everybody?
Yeah, I've just brought out... I've taken all the creatures from everyone's graveyard, and I've put them on my side of the field. It's like... bringing it back from the dead type of thing.
Gosh.
So there we go. We jump up to 83. And I think we can safely go for that as well. Gain some more life. And I'm just trying to make as many black creatures as possible so that this is more effective, because that's going to drain a bunch of life from my opponents.
Are you allowed to say that, black creatures? Well,
yes, I am allowed to say it. I don't know if I can get away with sense of humour like that, because the Magic the Gathering community are incredibly sensitive.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah.
They're a sensitive bunch.
Yeah.
So now we go in for the Grey Merchant of Asphodel. And we will extort just to gain some more life. And I think we're safe to take players out of the game here. So there we go. We take
Wiener
decided
Weiser.
to
Has he quit?
decided to quit before
Cheeky.
before the loss,
Whoa!
which he shouldn't do because
they could see what was this.
Well, they can see what's coming, but I
that's
don't know.
sad.
I don't know if we actually win here. I just need to see how much we take the life total down by.
That's not.
Okay, yeah. See, so they might have stayed in the game there actually, and
I don't like that. It's not sportsmanship at all.
Well, no, but
just
I think we've won anyway here, as it happens.
God, even though you've been talking to me.
At least it brings the game to a close. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just that damn good.
Gosh.
I don't know if the games... I think the decks here were a bit mismatched, to be honest. I think we brought a more powerful one compared to our opponents.
You'll have to apologise.
But yeah, big shout out to the two patrons. That is Jero, the Guru, and Home Doggy.
Yeah.
Big thank you to...
Thanks, guys.
This cretin sat next to me, who I've...
No, thanks to the patrons, because this is why you do it, innit? Well, and this
well,
is why you're carrying on doing it. Because
yeah, I do it for the fun of it, and I'm able
times.
to and I'm able to carry on doing it because the patrons support me, and so I always want to give them credit where credit's due. So yeah, big thank you to them, and need to leave it a thumbs up if you like the video, because that pushes it out to other
loads of thumbs
viewers on YouTube.
Even I'll do it, and I don't even like the game.
I don't think you have a YouTube account, do you? So.
Oh yes.
Anyway,
I can't.
You leave it thumbs down twice if you don't like it, right? And you subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest content.
Okay.
And then you say, I'm tribalkai on the EDH channel.
Thank you for watching.
Correct.
Bye.
Bye. And this is when you go over and check your recording and realise you forgot to hit record.
No.